After moving across the country, spending thousands on acting classes, getting management, taking on 100+ auditions, I need a break from Hollywood. The mask is coming off. Here's the truth from a failed actor.
King Cole is...
My name is Cole Connor, and I was put here to do 3 things: create, inspire, love. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it.
And action!
I told my manager. I paused what seemed like a million different acting gig accounts, and I just stopped. For years, acting has been on my mind. It was the thing I worked towards. Music videos gave me a taste. I spent a day being an extra on the set of The First Man with Ryan Gosling when I was in my early 20s. I didn't love it, but several years later, I started doing some short films that I found very fun. I spent so much time, energy, money just to get out to LA. The land of dreams, palm trees, movie sets, and supposedly opportunities. I really just felt called to come here. But it hasn't been easy, and I haven't really been able to focus on acting until I was 29. I was being here once and having to move back and then trying to come all over again when I was 27. It's took like 2 years to get stable, and now I'm sitting here at 31 and I'm not happy with where I'm at. It literally gutted my money having to come here, and I had to start over multiple times. Yet when I got here and I settled, I felt like, in a sense, that I had just made it just by getting here. After taking an acting class or 2, I beefed up my reel. I somehow got a talent agent / manager, started doing auditions, and even landed a couple things, made some money. But the reality of pursuing acting is not what I thought it would be. Most of my days weren't even about acting. I had my business, music, relationships, family, friends. Life was full of everything except for audition. You're just trying to live, survive, make it. And when I did get an audition, it's like mixing a bit of excitement with extreme anxiety and stress. You drop everything in that moment to prepare, hire coaches, which is money you don't really have, talk to your manager, and then you wait. And most of the time, the waiting, you never hear anything, and if you do, it's a rejection, which is just a part of the process, it's a part of the game. The audition process, it moves fast and it's extremely draining. And over a year, let's say I got roughly 100 auditions, which is a ton. And out of those, maybe 10 were projects that I was actually interested in. I cared about, I liked the message, I liked what they were trying to do, I wanted to do it. What happens for 90 of those is you rehearse for hours, days, you hire the coaches, and you realize you don't even really like the role. You don't even really want to do it. And it's sometimes barely worth the money. Sometimes it's definitely worth the money, but sometimes it's not. And then, of course, after all the work, it ends in rejection. And it's not always. Some people get lucky. Some people are just super talented and make it quick. But it's a hard mental pill to swallow. Anyways, it starts to feel like this endless cycle of working hard to make money just to pay for classes and coaches so you can get auditions that you don't really care about. And then get rejected with the hope that one day you won't get rejected, and one day you'll do a bunch of things you don't really care about to get to the thing you do care about. Which, I mean, it's part of hard work. It's kind of just a part of it, I understand, but it's difficult. It made me wonder, is this really worth it? The circle felt insane. How bad do I really want to be in the Hollywood system? Looking back, I probably should have known that this type of system just wouldn't work for me. I've never been the type to do things the easy way, and I've always had a bit of fuck the rules attitude when it comes to chasing my dreams. I literally created an entire ecosystem around giving myself the freedom to create how, when, why I want to. That's what this YouTube channel is. It's beautiful. So why would I want to follow a rigid and sometimes questionable rules of Hollywood? Hollywood feels like a system designed to box people in. It's a place where people go to the right parties to impress the right people that they don't necessarily care about or like, do projects that don't fulfill them for a long time until you can leverage them and eventually play in projects that do, and play political games of wokeness. I'm sure that will change, the pendulum swinging back the other way, but it's a lot of political hoopla. I don't want to scratch backs just to get mine scratched. I'm past it. I don't know if it's beyond it. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I just don't want to do it anymore. Or maybe I did it a lot when I was in my early 20s and I'm just like, I'm fucking done. I will scratch your back if I respect you and like you and want to scratch your back, not because I want mine scratched. I don't want to sacrifice my values for a paycheck. And I don't even know what all those values entail. And sometimes it's a super gray area. Sometimes Hollywood and even what I've seen makes me feel like it wants me to question or break them. I'm not someone that wants to stay silent when things don't look okay or are wrong, and I've already seen it happen as a low-level actor. It's wild. It's not every one or every film, but it's there. I've been played, I've been gypped. I know people, multiple people, who literally will say, I will do whatever it takes to make it in acting, to play in a film. Whatever that means, use your imagination. And I just know that that's not how I live my life. Maybe at one point back in the day, I would have said that or do that. But the reality is I wouldn't and I won't, because I haven't. And I just do things the way I want to do them, and I'm okay so far. I'm not, it's where I always thought I should be or wanted to be by this time, but I'm feel good about what I've built and what I'm doing. Now, okay, elephant in the room. Yes, I'm a little jaded. I mean, I've been jaded since a young kid when I thought that I was better or more talented at rapping. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. But every time I got rejected from an audition or felt like I wasn't fitting into the mold, there's this frustration growing inside of me. I can't help but think, why? To the point where one of the last times I spoke to my manager, he told me another thing he wanted me to try to do to get better, which is great. That's what managers are supposed to do. Like, why am I not getting auditions? Or why am I not getting roles? Why am I getting auditions but not landing the role? Let's figure it out. I get it. So it's nothing against him. But after feeling like I'm running in a circle for a year, I was like, I don't think you really know what I should do. And honestly, I don't think anyone really knows what they're talking about. I literally said that, and I don't think he liked that I said that, and I'm not saying that's the best thing to say. But that's what it feels like. It feels like no one really knows why, because it's a bunch of luck. Because there's so many people, I mean, there's a ton of people way more talented than me, way more, that don't get roles, and some that do. But there's also a ton that I'm more talented than, and they just get roles. It could be their looks, the way they look, it could be the timing, it could be who they know. There's so many different things, and a lot of it doesn't have to do with your skill. So many, like so much of it. I don't think anyone knows how to make it exactly. No one knows the formula, unless it's just fuck your way to the top, make a bunch of money, know the right person, use your money to get ahead, have a bunch of followers. So yeah, there's been a time or two where I'm salty. I'm not the next TikTok actor star, or didn't get some really cool auditions that I went out for. I'm salty. I don't want to act like that doesn't exist, because if I had landed those roles, maybe this conversation would be different. Maybe I would feel like this is what I was meant to do. In under 2 years of really focusing on acting, I would have landed this major role, which is huge. This is what I'm meant to be. But when it goes the other way, you start to think, maybe this other route is really what is meant for me. Maybe this makes the most sense. I am happy that it's forced me to think deeply about what I want, how I want to spend my time, and what life I want for myself. I'm asking myself questions like, do I need to be in LA? Does Hollywood even exist in the same way that it used to? Which is no. Do I want to be here? Do I want to be on a set all day? For hours and hours and hours just waiting around? Do I? What do I actually want to do with my life? My art, am I legitimately wasting a shit ton of time? Some of these realizations have been pretty hard to come to terms with, because I love acting. I made a video about it. I love being in front of the camera. I love telling stories. I love filmmaking. I love creating something meaningful. But like I've hinted at, I don't love the Hollywood process, at least not the way I've experienced it thus far. I mean, that's why ultimately I've decided to take a break. I need to step back and figure out what I want. I don't want to audition for roles I don't care about anymore. I don't want to waste time chasing other people's dreams. I want to focus on my own projects and create something that feels authentic to me. I've done better than a lot of people trying to break into the industry, and I feel like I've moved faster than most, which is really cool feeling. But that doesn't mean I have to keep grinding in a system that doesn't align with what's important to me. I want to rebrand. I want to get clear on the types of projects I want to audition for. I don't want to be a 31-year-old man playing an 18-year-old boy or younger. It's crazy. I pretty much want to own my acting journey and not let it control me. I want to control it. And the truth is, I really don't need to be in LA to do that. Hollywood may be a dream for some, but it doesn't have to be mine, despite what I've convinced myself over the years. There's so many ways to tell stories, to act, to create, without having to be a part of the traditional system. I'm constantly surprised and encouraged by creators and filmmakers who are taking things into their own hands, like Cole, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who's building her own YouTube film empire in Alabama. It's beautiful. Or people like Peter McKinnon, Matt Diavella. I love these guys. They've built huge businesses off of creativity, filmmaking, and photography. So where does this leave me? I'm taking a break, yes. I'm already 4 months into that break, so I feel like I've been learning a lot, but it's not a step backwards. It's just a chance to refocus. I'm going to continue creating in ways that matter to me, whether that's through acting, filmmaking, or other projects. I'm still passionate about storytelling, and I still believe that there's a place for me in this industry, but it's going to be on my terms. It's just a pause. It's not forever. It's a chance to recalibrate, and who knows, maybe stepping away for a bit will lead to something even better than I could have originally imagined. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know I'll keep creating and incorporating my acting skills into these videos. If I had to guess, I'll take the break for what it is and I'll be back at it before too long, but it won't look the same and I'm okay with that. Thank you for sticking with me through this journey, because one of the things that I'm going to be focusing on, and I've been saying it and I've been doing it really, but it's even more of my time is going to be dedicated to making videos and continually getting better. And whether that's helping you or just being creative, that's what this channel is for. And I appreciate your support so far. Please check out some of the links in the description. It helps me when you click them. It helps me when you subscribe, when you like, and I want to keep making videos. This is what I want to do. So just thank you. If you've ever felt some of these frustrations, please leave me a comment. How are you feeling about Hollywood? Are you an actor? Tell me if some of this is relatable, because it's been a struggle and it was just such a hard decision for me. I want to know if it's been helpful, if this is like helpful for you, or if you can connect. Anyways, that's it. I'll keep y'all posted with how this journey goes, and you'll be seeing more from me. My name is Cole. I'll catch y'all next time. Hi there. Thanks for watching. If you really liked it, maybe you'll like some of these too. While you decide, here's some music. Enjoy.